Hey, what up, folks? Keith again. Got some news. Good and bad. It's all good, though. So, let's get right into it. All right, so I made a really awesome how-to video on putting these ROFY brand aftermarket shocks on this Chinese ATV. However, my phone trying to upload on the Windows refuses to show me display. I got audio, but no display. So there'll be no video of that. So I had to break out the backup. As you see, they're in. Let me tell you, absolutely worth every penny. I think I paid 50 bucks or so for these shocks. I'll put a link in the description down below and the previous video up here on the right in the little eye. So you can go back and watch what we were talking about. They bolted right in. They're the exact same size, 320 millimeters or 12.5 inches. These are adjustable coilovers. If you look close enough, you can see the coils in there. Have a threaded sleeve on the inside, so you can adjust it up and down. These are adjusted all the way down, which is stock height. You can raise it up some. Also, they are gas adjustable. They come pre-charged with nitrogen, but you can add some or remove some to make it a little softer ride. All right, on the old suspension, I had maybe an inch of my weight would give maybe an inch of suspension travel. And now, simply barely pressing on it, I got a solid 3 or 4 inches of travel. Also, I noticed that when I rode it around today, that it's more nimble. There's actually some articulation from side to side on the quad. When I'm turning, I can lean the quad over and it'll actually lean with me instead of being so stiff and rigid and straight up and down, which definitely helps with balance. Also noticed it has much more articulation on turning. Like, I don't know what the terminology for that is. Remember, the degree of turn, the angle of turn is better now. When you turn, it turns much sharper. It's more responsive. Really think these should have been on there to begin with, right out of the factory. They could have been a different color. I don't really care about the color. I found these online after digging around a little bit. Found a guy in a forum who recommended this exact brand of shock. I think they're all the same, to be honest with you. Can't be sure. But I know these work. The RFI brand, you can see the black and gold. 320 millimeter, 12.5 inches tall. Eyelet to eyelet. All right, so I would highly recommend anyone put these on. It's super easy. This is a 13 millimeter bolt, a 17 millimeter nut on the back. You can just put a wrench on the back, a ratchet on the front, zip it right out. I had them changed in about 5 minutes each. Super easy to do. It's more fun 100% now. So, with the new shocks and the 12-tooth front sprocket, and I still have the stock rear sprocket on, I've spent $57 on upgrades. Massive improvement. I also took the spark arrestor out of the muffler, and now the holes here for the screws for the spark arrestor are actually exhausting out. So there's 4 exhaust holes now, the main plus 3 auxiliaries. It's louder, have a little bit more throttle response. So honestly, y'all, for the minimal amount of money I've spent so far on upgrades, so worth it, so worth it. I wouldn't bat an eyelash at doing this again. I actually have another quad in the building, like I was saying. It's red and the exact same thing. We'll be doing that. So next, most definitely want to get the wheel spacers, because if you look, the front end is much wider than the rear. Looking dead down straight on it, you can see that it's a solid 2 inches more narrow in the rear than it is the front. So I've already sourced wheel spacers online. They're 50 bucks to space out the rear end the same width as the front end, and that should most definitely help with our stability, drivability, traction, etc. After that, I think we'll be getting a chain so that we can put our rear sprocket on. That'll give us a little bit more throttle response and a little bit more bite on our acceleration. That's $50 for the wheel spacers. And let's see what I find. Let's see if I can find what the rear sprocket cost real quick. All right, yeah, rear sprocket was $27. So 75-ish, 80-ish for what I've bought so far, plus 50 for the wheel spacers. Then the upgraded chain, a racing chain, like a high quality chain, is about $45. So, you know, we're going to be pushing 225-ish. I think all upgraded up and everything. I'm going to leave this stock carburetor on here until it quits. Then I'll buy the $30 upgraded carburetor, which is much better. Not only is it larger, it adjusts, easier to clean. I can rebuild it. This one you can't. You can take it apart, but you really can't rebuild it. It's kind of junky. Works until it quits. And once it quits, it's done for. Just toss it and get a new one. Other than that, we'll get this video uploaded. Sorry I don't have a step-by-step, but again, it's easy. I can show you again later if you'd like when I get the other camera going, but it's a couple bolts. Anybody can do a couple bolts. You can do it with a simple hand tool set. That's what I used. So anyway, here's a couple videos for you guys to watch. Keep an eye out. I'll put KJ on this video actually on the end here because I did get that little segment to upload. So enjoy. We'll see you guys later. Peace. You gotta do a sign off.
No.
Come on, tell them to say thank you for watching, like,
Thank
comment,
you for watching,
subscribe,
like, comment, subscribe, and all that crap.
What's your channel name again?
KJ Lay. Daddy, you already know it.
Daddy, you already know it. All right. We'll say everybody thank you.
Bye.
So here's some videos to watch.
Here's some videos to watch.
All right. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
So all I have to do is put my leg on like that.